the first full year of our three-wheelers, which is kind of a banner thing for us, so we want to thank those guys. We finally got to the point now where I think we had one class or something. I think the first year we had to change like every single class. So it's good. We're finally getting to the point now where we kind of run along real smooth, and that's because of you guys. We really appreciate everything you guys do, so give yourself a round of applause for it. Man, you guys can clap louder than that for each other. Richard Lee, we haven't even started the season yet. The Queen wants her throne, so you better get her a chair up there. She's going to start throwing things. All right. Anyways, you guys know, for a lot of you guys know, some of you may not know, just in a matter of 4 years, we went from 78 entries our first race, 53 entries our second race, to where we were averaging 152 entries season 4 last year. Last year we dropped off a little bit. A lot of it had to do with hurricane, 3 races in January, freezing temperatures, all kinds of fun stuff. But we still ended 137 average on entries. BMX to States, our 3rd year doing it. Our first year we went, basically it was a halftime show. Kind of like when I got out there on a three-wheeler like an idiot. Except it was just a halftime show. And last year we had 396 entries for the MX to States.
Yeah!
And this was going to be a secret. I'm still working on it, and I probably shouldn't say anything. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. But if everything goes as according to plan, the MX States this next year will be held in Waldo for sure. The year after it's going to be held at, we'll leave this up to you to figure out, an iconic historic track in the state of Florida. So you guys can take that one through. And that's going to be pretty much a done deal as far as I'm concerned. So keep that in mind. So we're really growing. We went from having a race in the cow pasture, our second race, literally in a cow pasture, cow patties hitting you in the face a whole bit, to where we've raced at Reddick, Dade City, Waldo, Jasper, folks, pretty much all over the state and some of the biggest known tracks in all the country, Dade City and Reddick. So that's all because you guys are showing up, you guys are entering multiple classes, we can show up with numbers, and like I said, as of last year, we were the 2nd largest series in the vintage series in the country. So that's all because of you guys. So I'll make sure it's okay. All right.
We're going to do it without you, Bill.
And it's my pleasure. I promise, it's my pleasure. That brings me to the most important person here for myself, because she's probably very important to you guys too, you just don't know it. Because without her, I would not be able to do that. And that's my darling wife standing over there. She's probably rolling her eyes behind those glasses like she usually does with me.
That's what they do.
Hey, I get these nice big set of roses. Beautiful thing of roses.
She's throwing stuff at you. You better be careful, Bill.
Not yet. I brought home these big beautiful roses yesterday to her, and she's like, "Oh, they're so sweet, so romantic." Gives me a hug. About 5 minutes later, she goes, "It must be a race weekend." Tell me you guys haven't done that too. All right, we're going to get started with this. So what we're going to do is tell you how we're going to all this work out. Basically, we're going to call up people. You're going to start at one end. We're going to get your stuff out. And down here at this other end in front of the Sunshine State Vintage Motocross Manor, we're going to have a special guest standing down there waiting for you. Today, if you would like to come up here, we have the AMA Motocross Hall of Famer, Barry Higgins, with us. Big round of applause. Multi-time national champion. We're the first 2 AMA Motocross national champions. And we are very glad to have him. Actually, Ed Garland called him up. Mike Brown was scared because he's afraid that he wouldn't remember him. But Mr. Higgins, thank you for showing up with us. So what we're going to do is once we get up to that point, we're going to have you guys go down. If you guys want a little picture with him, he'll be standing right down there in front of the banner. And hopefully, if everything works out, we're going to try to get him on a bike next season sometime, right?
Yeah!
We appreciate him being here. So I'm going to turn this over to him, give him a chance to say a few words for us.
Yeah, just stick that on you right away. Yeah, well, I'm not very good at this, let me tell you that to start with. But, you know, I'm honored to be here with you guys, and especially to see the amount of people that show up at this thing. And when you just got done talking about the amount of entries, guys have here at a race on the weekend for an average thing. That's incredible, especially for nowadays, with the, unfortunately the outdoor sports seem to be going away as far as participation stuff goes. And, I look out here and see guys from, 15 to 70 or something, so, we all started doing this because it was fun, and we hope that this is all stays to be fun with everybody that's doing it now. And, I hope to be able to get out here and get to race with a few of you guys, during the coming winter time. So I've been here for 4 years, and I've been not doing what I should, riding. So, so we're going to get out and do that. And like I said, I'm honored to be here tonight with everybody. And thank you very much.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to run through some important people here before we get to the champions and such, which are extremely important. But by being here, as you know, and if you don't know, feel free to go online and look at other places, memberships, entry fees, so on and so forth. We are still the least expensive group running, especially a series that travels to different tracks. So we wouldn't be able to do that without our sponsors, so we'd like to call them up here and tell them thank you. So the first one, Kai, are you here? Kai got us a silver sponsorship from RM Properties. Riddle Gunter Summer, silver sponsor of Dams Oil, and he's set up out here again tonight. We like that, Gunter. Another silver sponsor was Brap Savage. Accepting will be Robert Boyer. The Killer Beef from the Three Doors.
Bobby
Alright. Our one sponsor that has been with us since the very first day. The very first day, the only one that actually backed us when people didn't think we could get this off the ground. He's been with us every day since. This is where we get all of our raffle stuff. Pat Orboski from All Sides. Pat works on many of these members' bikes out here. You can get with him. He does an excellent job on these bikes, and it's glad to have him with us.
Thanks, Pat. Thanks, Pat.
New to our club, and even though he was unable to, due to health reasons, not be with us as much last year, hardly at all, he's still a gold sponsor, and he's a returning gold sponsor, and he's an attorney, but don't hold that against him. Joseph Freshner. One of the few attorneys I actually like. I don't know if Ken Kimmy's here, but one of our sponsors we started off with last year that helped us out with our Whole Shot Awards was Longhorn Steakhouse from Ken Kimmy. Is Ken here today? Is he? Nice try. All right. Anyway, Ken Kimmy, Longhorn Steakhouse, one of our main sponsors. And another one, this one was our first year sponsoring us, and they actually did double work. Not only to give us money, but Tina came up this year, or last year, as our director of membership, which took a huge workload off me. So not only the money, but donating the wife to us too, Greg. That's great. So Greg Schaefer from Alliance Transmission Auto Works and Transmission, gold sponsor from last year.
Sorry, I couldn't do it.
Blood pressure tends to go up with this group for some reason, and age. All right, and also coming back, the one that gives our 15% off for everybody that signs up here. Level 10, Level 10 performance products from Ormond Beach. Ormond Outpost? There we go. Is it Scott that we're going to be presenting this to? Yeah. There he is. Yeah. Last year was his first year as a gold sponsor, and it's coming back again this year. We want to tell him thank you. They do a lot of good things. They have bike shows for us and all kinds of stuff. Thank you, sir. All right, now on to the next group of people. Some of them do a lot more than others. Some of them do a little less than others, but every one of them's got the ear of you guys. This entire program is built around for the riders, by the riders, for the riders, all that good stuff. We had to have people out in the group, out in the pits, that could hear what was going on, that could bring complaints back to me, good things back to me, bad things, whatever it was. They have all kinds of input on different things, and mainly I can go to them and say, hey, what do you think of this? And they can kind of give me a feel for it. So these guys have done a lot of work, and some of them, one of them I want to mention specifically, Don Bam. If nothing else, he just gets to listen to me vent on the phone every single day. And I call him my little Jiminy Cricket because he keeps me from saying the things I want to say. Luckily, Don's phone usually answers. I don't get in too much trouble. So I'm going to call our regular board members up first. This one, I believe, has been with us from the start, and this is Craig Fox. This gentleman is handling all the raffles. He started doing that last year for us, Mikey Brown.
Mike Brown! Mike Brown! Come on, Mike. Bigger and better raffle this year.
Alright, another one. Our first year with our three-wheelers, we had to have one of them be on the board so we could get a little input because a lot of us on two wheels have no clue what it's like on those three-wheelers. So Robert Boyer came in. Another one that's not with us, but he is going to try to race the whole season. David Savage was a board member. As you guys know, he got hurt pretty bad last year at the end of the season. But he's all healed up and he should be back here tomorrow. This one has an extra little picture on the bottom of it. Little Jiminy Cricket, Don Bam. And here come the girls with him. There we go. Don was also one of our original board members. Been keeping me out of trouble for about 4 years now. And this week he hurt her earful, let me tell you. Another one of our original board members, I believe, Jeff Michaels. All right, I don't believe they're here, but I'm going to go ahead and mention them. The assistant director, he ended up stepping down about halfway through the season last year, which kind of left me doing everything. But he had a good reason for it. The guy works his tail off. When you see him tomorrow, he's supposed to be here tomorrow, depending on the work and stuff. That's Fat Boy Danny Baxter. He feels bad because he can't do the computers and stuff, but he did a lot of work for us behind the scenes. So make sure you tell him thank you for the last couple of years of his work. Another board member's not with us. He's up in West Virginia. He's probably up there battling the floods and stuff as we talk right now. It's Sean Reinke, one of our original board members. All right. Now, somebody that's not here, and he will be here tomorrow. He's in the process of getting a pipe welded. He wasn't supposed to be here. Our competition director, the one that actually answers most of your questions when it comes to why is the 76 not allowed to race with the 74s, stuff like that. So when you see him tomorrow, make sure you tell him thank you. Our competition director is Chris Stagel. And his assistant does the same thing when he's not yelling at me, Carl Mabry.
I thought baby was for me.
All right, now we got to bring her back up. The membership person that does the director of membership is probably one of the hardest positions here. Is I got a chance to find out. I did it the first year, and so luckily we didn't get sued. She did it last year, thank goodness, and I had to pick it back up, and I'm not real happy about it. But very difficult job, and she did an excellent job with it. It's so organized. I mean, I can actually find stuff. It's amazing. So, Director of Membership for 2017, Tina Schaefer. You gotta bear with me here for 1 second here. Suzanne, close your eyes. I gotta get all the good stuff out to keep her from yelling at me. We got a box of goodies, we got a plaque. Alright. As everybody knows, I always call her the boss because she's the boss. Ask Richard Lee. Her official title is the scoring director, but she's the one that helps me with everything constantly. She prints forms, she runs forms, she tells me what's misspelled, she tells me when I should shut up and not shut up. And she is basically like my wife right here at the track. And I thank Richard Lee for allowing her to serve us as she has for the last 3.5 years. So I got a little plaque here that says the scoring director of the boss for 2017, Suzanne Lee. And my wife insisted picking this out. There's 1 bottle of wine. There's 2 bottles of wine. And somebody about 8 o'clock is going to need to go get her some more.
She might skip tomorrow.
And we got her corkscrew.
We got her some crown. I don't know about wine, but we got crown.
3-in-1 corkscrew so she can get to it tonight.
I did not bring one of those. There you go, Renata.
And she's always yelling because I lost her last little mouse for the computer. So we bought her a brand new mouse for the computer wireless. And if we could pay somebody, she would be the highest paid out of everybody. There's no doubt with the work she does. If nothing else, listening to me complain and dodging radios when I get mad and throw them. So the best I can do for her is we got a nice little thank you card. We kind of ran around. Richard Lee got some people to sign it. And from our club, we got you a little bit of cash in here. So it's like $250 to go buy more wine.
Guys, I really, really do appreciate that. Y'all make me cry. But I do it for you guys. You guys are a great bunch of people, and I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys, because I care about Richard riding some motorcycle. But you really are a great bunch, and I'm proud to be a part of it.
Alright, where's Mr. Higgins? Is he up here? We're going to start with our awards now. We're going to go right down the road.
She go.